Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock and then also doing our daily transparency update. So if you're new here, that just includes me talking about my gains or my losses for every single stock market day that I can. For those of you that are subscribers and are familiar with my channel, you know that I haven't been able to upload the past couple of days. That's just because an opportunity came up last minute to go on a spur of the moment short vacation, and so I was able to enjoy nature a little bit and just relax. And I still checked the stock market a couple of times, but I wasn't paying as much attention to, of course, news pieces and things like that that go along with Tesla as much as I usually do every single day. And I also didn't get to do portfolio updates for the last 2 days. So I just wanted to throw that out there for the subscribers that were kind of wondering where are my portfolio updates. And ironically enough, the days that I missed, we had some really good days for Tesla stock. And then of course, the day that I come back and I'm able to make these videos, then we kind of had like a crash for Tesla stock. But regardless, today was a good buying opportunity for those that are actually looking to pick up more shares. But with all of this being said, as always, if you do appreciate these portfolio updates and the transparency, whether it's a huge red day like today or whether it's a huge green day, I always like to share it with you all when I can. So please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoy these videos. But just getting right into the portfolio for today, as you all can see, we are at $153,695.06. And for the normal market hours, we're going to just go ahead and assume all of this applies for Tesla because I didn't get this free stock until like maybe a few minutes ago. So we'll just use the portfolio movements basically representing Tesla stock. So as you can see in the normal market hours, we got a minus 7.36% drop, which is minus $12,365.79. And for the after hours, we're currently at minus 1.23%, and that is minus $1,908.37. And just to give some context, it is a little bit past 6 p.m. right now, so after hours for me ends at 8 p.m. So we have a little bit of time left, but in the after hours so far, this is kind of a big movement considering what you would typically see with after hours, which is sometimes like minus 0.20%, minus 0.30%, or on the other hand, the inverse of that, so plus 0.20% or plus 0.30%. So this is a pretty significant movement for after hours, which honestly comes as no surprise considering the fact that we did have a pretty big drop day for Tesla. And usually, especially when it comes to Tesla stock, if you have a big red day or even a big green day, that tends to carry on over to after hours a bit as well. Now, of course, after hours don't always represent what the next stock market day will look like. However, sometimes it can give some perspective on just the general market sentiment or the sentiment towards a specific stock. So like I said, with today being such a big drop day for Tesla, it really comes as no surprise to me. And this is certainly a buying opportunity for those investors that are actually looking to pick up some shares today. And I actually purchased 1 share of Tesla stock myself today. So I always like to practice what I preach, and I always talk about how I view red days as opportunities. And you all know that I'm like a dollar cost average person. Sometimes I'll just simply buy the stocks that I want to buy when I have cash. That's really the biggest factor that comes into play when it comes to my investment decisions. However, I especially like to take advantage of these red days, and full disclosure as well, I do have a little bit more cash than what I purchased today, and that's just because I feel like it's likely that we could see Tesla stock maybe go down just a little bit more on Monday. However, as we know, a lot of things can happen over the weekend, and a lot of news pieces can be released between now and then that could cause the stock to actually go up and be in the green on Monday. So regardless, I don't mind either way, but I feel like there is the possibility that we could see it go down maybe a little bit more in the short term just because of the notable red day that we got today. But either way, it won't bother me even if the stock goes up a little bit because I am trying to save a little bit of money early on to pay off my taxes in April. So I may spend some money on Tesla stock here and there, but as we start to get closer and closer to April of 2020, then I may be buying Tesla stock a little bit less, and that is only because I'll be trying to save some of my money to pay on my taxes in April of 2021. But as I've stated before, where I'm self-employed and have like multiple streams of income and stuff like that, I have to kind of figure out how much I have to pay beforehand and start to save up a little bit before tax time. And then also I just want to make sure that I max out my Roth IRA this this year as well. So I want to make sure that I can have enough for taxes and then also max out the Roth IRA as well. So if you don't see me spending as much, especially as we get months farther into 2021, then that is likely going to be the reason why. So I just wanted to mention that to provide some perspective, because honestly, if I see more of a buying opportunity in the future, then I can kind of say, well, yes, I know I have to pay taxes in April of 2021, but I can probably be okay if I spend a little bit on Tesla stock right now because of this huge opportunity. So that's one of the main reasons I'm kind of keeping a little bit in my bank account. Keep in mind, it's still less than $1,000. It's not a lot. So just want to make sure you all know that. It's not like I'm hoarding like $5,000 or $10,000 right now. It's under $1,000, especially after today's purchase, but I'm just keeping a little bit in there because it's like, okay, I'm slowly saving up to pay off taxes in 2021, but if I see an opportunity with Tesla stock and it going down even more in the red, then I'm likely going to pick up a share or two, and that will continue as I start to save a little bit more in the bank account. And then I'm also for sure going to try to max out my Roth IRA this year as well. I have to admit, I'm waiting a little bit on the Roth IRA. That'll be a little bit later on, but I just wanted to have that transparency there with like my purchasing decisions right now. Like I said, I saw today as an opportunity and I used the money that I had that I recently got in my bank account. It's not like I had that in there forever. So I am buying Tesla stock still, even at this price of $411 per share. And then also just to show the weekly trends, as you all can see, this is at minus 3.24%. That's minus $5,160.31. Ironically enough, we saw a lot of progress this week and then lost it all at the end of the week. So that is pretty unfortunate, but regardless, it still is a short-term movement, so pretty irrelevant in terms of my long-term vision. And then for the past month, that's minus 1.50%, or minus $2,353.75. And for the past 3 months, we are at plus 27.35%, or 27.42%. That is plus $33,180.56. So a really solid past 3 months. And then for the year, we are at plus 67.30%, which is plus $62,027.55. And then the same thing applies to the all-time chart as well, because I've been investing on Robinhood for under a year. So just addressing the general stock market right now, obviously, as you can see from my watch list and all of the stocks on the list right now, Tesla stock is not the only stock that had a big red day today. We had Microsoft at minus 3.16%, Amazon at minus 3.28%, Apple at minus 3.67%. And so we have seen other stocks take a pretty big hit today as well. Even Adobe's near minus 5% at minus 4.77%. Let's see if I have Nvidia here. Yeah, Nvidia's at minus 4.47%. So I noticed that Tesla and Nvidia seem to have similar trends on the red days. These seem to be some of the ones on my watch list that I know of that take similar hits. Obviously, as we know, where Tesla is one of those stocks that people like to play on short term based on volatility and things like that, it is one of those that tends to see a bigger sell-off on the red days. So that's pretty much normal. Nothing new here, business as usual. But just addressing the general stock market as well, VOO is at minus 0.73%. So really not an untypical red day for VOO. NASDAQ is at minus 0.31%. So when we're talking about like the general representation of different sections of the stock market, or just the general stock market in itself with VOO, then we're really not seeing anything non-typical here. This is pretty much business as usual, like I said, but we are seeing a little bit of a sell-off for some of these tech stocks, and especially Tesla stock, as I mentioned as well. And if you just take a look at some of the news articles listed on the Tesla stock page on Robinhood, one article states, Tesla stock falls after third quarter deliveries keep demand concerns alive. So we actually saw some really solid numbers for Tesla stock for Q3 of 2020. I believe this was actually the highest quarter 3 numbers ever. So in terms of Tesla's history, this is really an impressive feat. However, there has been a wide range of expectations. Some people are still really impressed, including myself, and then there's also some that have been disappointed. However, as I mentioned, I honestly think this is pretty impressive considering everything that has gone on this year. And also, just to provide a little bit of context, here's a post from Tesla Investors Club by user SKPL, and it states year-on-year quarter 3 deliveries growth, and it shows the progress that we've seen for quarter 3 deliveries of Tesla over these past couple of years. And as you can see, demand has definitely increased since 2017 and on especially. And so just the difference in 2019 and 2020 is really impressive. As you can see, the deliveries for Q3 of 2020 are at an all-time high personal record. So like I said, this is really impressive. And considering the rest of the auto market that has actually seen a shrinkage in their their business. We are seeing Tesla continue to grow, and I think that's really what matters here. And I'm really excited to see the Q3 earnings report for 2020. This is probably the next major Tesla event that I can think of, at least at the moment. After Battery Day, we kind of had a gap between then and the Q3 earnings report, and so there's still a little bit time left before the earnings report. We have like 19 days or so, but regardless, I'm really excited to see what's announced on this Q3 earnings report. And like I said, that's at least at this moment in time the next big Tesla event that I can think of. Obviously, there's still a lot of big news pieces being released right now. We had Tesla recently acquire some land at the Texas Gigafactory. There's already some speculation regarding whether that could be a battery cell production facility. So there's still a lot of great news pieces being released right now around Tesla, even if we don't have major events, and even though Battery Day is already passed and things like that, there's still a lot of great things to look towards for the future, including the inevitable completion of phase 2 for the Shanghai Gigafactory. So anyways, let's go ahead and address today's return and the total return. For today's return, we got a minus 7.99% drop, and that is minus $13,415.40. And then for the total return, we are currently at plus 39.62%, which is plus $43,866.67. So anyways, I just wanted to share the portfolio with you all today, talk about the stock a little bit, and then also just address the fact that pretty much the general stock market is red as well. It's not just specific to Tesla. And then, of course, just the delivery and production numbers were interesting as well. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to smash that like button if you did. And also, feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, you can get one free stock valued up to $1,600. And to get that, all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. And keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stock, and it also helps support the channel as well, in which I'll get some free stocks. Just want to let you all know about that. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.